And I guess Denace feel like, what? Bitch, you talking about nothing. Talking about how somebody don't fuck with you. Basically, that's what you saying. So Denace just tells her, yeah, won't you go give your mother a hug? Won't you go give your mother a hug? She was like, I will do that once I finish talking. It's not your time to finish talking. It's not your time. I got the stick. So they was like, okay, she has the stick. She has the stick. You know what I'm saying? She got the dick in her mouth. So anyway, y'all, right? So here come Lauren and Porsha. Yeah, let her talk. She does have a stick. It's her time to talk. So Denace was like, okay, I'll be quiet. Next thing you know, he got the stick. He trying to talk. You know what I'm saying? He was taking digs at this bitch. I'm not even gonna lie, but at the end of the day, you know, am I taking up for Denace? I guess I am, but bitch, you irritating. You know what I'm saying? You really fucking irritating. How you sitting here with your little ass body, with your big ass wig, with your no respect, haven't asked for your mother, for the elders here, for nobody. You know what I'm saying? So you're fucking irritating, bitch. So now I'm about to come for your neck. So he's sitting there. And he just says, you know, we got to come to the table with some accountability and some honesty and some truth. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still mad on top of that about the fact that she going lie somehow. He tried to holler at her. Tell Porsha or somebody, it was in the air that he tried to holler at her and it ended up being a fucking lie. So he's still mad at that shit. Do you really know how that made him look? Like he tried to come at Porsha's little cousin like he's some type of whore. Okay, granted, he might be a whore in his own right, but to put that power on somebody, like that's fucked up. And that had a whole family looking at him like he fucked up, so he don't fuck with this bitch. You know what I'm saying? At all. Okay? At all. And I don't blame Denace. She starts yelling at him, telling him he needs to take accountability, like really, really yelling. You need to take accountability, and you older, so you need to know how to be quiet. You need to learn how to be quiet. Like, that's what elder people do, sit there, take shit off you, and be quiet. Yeah, that's what they've been doing around you, honey. Shit, he wasn't having that shit. Denace told her, what? Fuck you. I said, I know that's right. Motherfucking Porsha heads flipped. Everybody looked at him. Lauren looked at him like, oh my God. I said, I know that's the fuck right there. And she want to know why? Because you doing too motherfucking much and you think you can say whatever you want out your goddamn mouth to a nigga and you can't. I said this before in my videos, okay? These bitches always going around thinking they can pop up, pop off, and say anything they want to a nigga and the nigga supposed to shut the fuck up. You lucky he ain't haul off and smack your ass. Okay? Because that's not the type of nigga that Denace is. But if he told you, fuck you, trust me, he was mad, girl. This bitch shut up quick. Okay? She didn't have nothing to say. She was sitting like a little ass girl like you are. Got some black, like strapped up type of shirt on. You know, strapped up like across here around no boobs. Like, are you serious? You trying to act like you're grown and you're not. I don't know what you trying to take out the Porsha, but you doing too much. You know, and Denace got that ass in line. He didn't give a fuck. He walked, he was like, man, I'm gone. He was like, I ain't got to take this shit. I don't even got big. Hey, everybody, it's your girl, Sassy Shawntice. I'm coming back with another video. Yes, honey, back with another one, girl. Y'all, did y'all get into this 4th episode of Porsha Family Matters, okay? Y'all, this episode was really, really good, but I was mad at the end, okay? Because I wanted to see Denace's work, okay? His work, and I wanted to see Porsha's face. But anyway, y'all, moving on. So maybe they'll show that next time. But anyway, the episode starts off with, and y'all got my Invisalign in again, like I tell y'all every time, so it's a little bit difficult for me to talk. You know, they're still in your girl. She keeping it up, trying to get her teeth straight and everything. But anyway, so yeah, that's that with that. That's why my speech is a little bit impaired, okay? Anyway, y'all, so the episode starts off with Porsha standing up, letting everybody know that she apologized, you know? And she basically wants to apologize to everybody because she feels like she did place some blame on, you know, certain people for the road incident. You know what I'm saying? And why, you know, Denace is actually here. So she basically is asking everybody, you know, she wants to know what is everybody's intentions on why they're there. So the spiritual advisor stands up and she basically wants everybody to pass around this stick, you know, to say what their intentions are for coming on the trip. And I'm just like, okay, girl, like, that's fine. We can go around and say what our intentions, but the little props, like, it's done. You're making it seem like you're trying to be deep, and it's just, like, we just don't need tactile items to be able to cooperate with one another. Like, I was just confused on that. Like, it was just stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I use little items like that for my stroke patients and stuff like that if they don't understand stuff, you know, or if they have a hard time, you know, pulling and pushing stuff and just like doing different things. And that rubbed me the wrong way. I was just like, okay, girl. So Darlene, okay, Porsha's aunt is so fucking dramatic. Like, she did the most in both of her scenes of the show. Like, she did the most. Like, she was like on 1,000, okay? And she was putting 20 on 10. This is what she does, because she was like not even made for TV. This was like over the top, like not even like normal, the way she was acting. Like, she was just like, she started to get all dramatic before she even said anything. She was like, I have discovered. And we was all like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we waiting to see, what is it? Like, what is, I'm thinking like, damn, did she get cancer? Was she about to die? Did she, you know, it's like something serious that she really overcame. She was like, I have discovered that I have really beautiful feet. And everybody just like, and Porsha is just looking fucking embarrassed. And I was just embarrassed for the bitch. You know what I'm saying? And nobody could figure out was she serious or not. Because everybody was just like, okay. Like, you want to feel for somebody when they're acting like that, but you really couldn't because she was doing the most, girl. Okay? 20 on 10, no bullshit. She starts talking about how she would look on the internet and how, you know, she would see all these beautiful feet. And she just wished she had the feet like those. And she was just like, that toe that comes up, like really describing the feet, girl. Okay? She was like, because back in the day, like, her family used to clown her, and they used to basically tell her that her feet looked like Incredible Hulk feet. You know what I'm saying? And then, too, you know, she looked like she had Barney Rubble feet, like when on the Flintstones. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, you know how your feet is on the floor and they touching the floor and all this stuff? And I'm just like, oh my God, bitch, you are embarrassing yourself, and you really need to stop and talking about feet like this. I know Porsha, because Porsha had to tell these bitches, like, throw it on. It seems like Porsha told these people to come here and throw it on, like, put, like, over-exaggerate any and everything that you have to say on this show, because I was, make something an issue. You know what I'm saying? Make something an issue or a problem, because Aunt Liz, the one who I was talking about I like, and she be real as shit, she was even rude. Like, she was like, okay, it was time for her to say her intention. Okay, I just don't know anybody here. You know, I just don't feel like I know the intentions of anybody, because some of these people ain't even my family. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, who are you? Because I don't know you pointing out Dom, her assistant. I'm like, God damn, like, she was real rude down. You know, and I just felt like she could have kept that part to herself. Well, she could have went to, girl, Porsha, who is that? I don't know. They supposed to be on family? Kikiing about it, all that type of shit. Like, but you ain't have to zero in and point somebody out and be mean like that. I was just like, dang, that's fucked up. But maybe it seemed like to her because, right, like, why are we on this trip? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense for her and her eyes, if y'all think about it, an older person. They would never think to have a trip with an ex and a new man. That probably rubbed her the wrong way. And on top of that, like, she probably really felt like she didn't know most of the motherfuckers who was sitting around her, because she probably felt like Porsha did not introduce them. So yeah, that was the case with that. And Porsha was like, trying to laugh it off. So bitch, you obviously didn't mention everybody. So therein lies the problem. So the other reason, Darlene, is that she says she wants to be closer to her daughter Storm, okay? Porsha's mini-me, Porsha's ass, okay? Because that's who this bitch is, her ass. Like, a little ass girl, just grown as shit, you know, don't have no respect for her elders. And yeah, I ain't fucking with, so she's a mess to me. Like, really, somebody should have got this bitch a long time ago. I can see where Darlene feels bad, because, bitch, you ain't raised her. She already said, she was like, I was off doing business and I just didn't do, you know, a good job. And I was just thinking to myself, like, yeah, bitch, I can totally see that. Because, yeah, teenagers act up. But the way she was acting was, like, that was unacceptable. Gina, Denace's mother, basically was telling her, you know, go over there and give your mother a hug. She going through a lot. Why don't you give your mother a hug? And she was just like, no, she can come over here. What? Girl, why should your mother come to you? Like, that's crazy to me. She think that her mother was supposed to come to her, because there's no respect when it comes to her mother. She don't have no respect. Anytime you can say your mother needs to come to you, like you are the adult, like that's crazy. Porsha's in her confessional saying, you know, they've always had a rocky relationship. That's just how it is, you know, and maybe they'll get together one day. And then Porsha goes on too. I was just like looking at her like sideways, because bitch, whatever. She was like, yeah, this is how teenagers act, and you know, say they remind you of who you are and all this other shit, bitch. Don't make excuses for her. I already know. Porsha is full of shit when it comes to this little girl. Like, she is allowing this little girl to do any and everything, especially when it comes to correcting her, because she corrects her about nothing, you know? And I just feel like Porsha has the ability, like they said, to maybe get this bitch together, and she just don't. So Gina gets up from the table because they start passing lobster, crab legs, shrimp all across the table. I was like, oh my God, girl, they was just eating and stuff. It made me want some seafood, y'all. I was like, ooh, that look good. But yeah, they was passing each other places. I'm just like, dang, why the waitress ain't give, everybody their correct place? Why are people passing different places? It was just confusing, but I was really loving that food. I was wanting some seafood so bad. But, yes, Gina got it because she was like, she's allergic to shellfish. My husband is allergic to shellfish too. So I know how that is, And she was just like, she just didn't want to be around it because the smell was a lot, So she got up and left. Well, not left, but she went outside, on the bench. She's in her confessional saying, yeah, I bet they did think that I left because I didn't want to be around them. She was like, yeah, I would think that too. I said, okay, Gina, I'm trying to give you a pass. I'm trying to say that you walked out because of shellfish and not because you tired of these motherfucking people acting the goddamn food. But, yeah, girl, okay. Hold fast, girl. We try and keep with you, okay? Miss Storm says she don't really have much to say, but she know the people at that table got problems with her. You know what I'm saying? And yes, they do, because Londi don't fuck with you. Londi already said when they was in middle school, she didn't really speak because, I don't know, she was just like, Storm didn't really speak to her, and she was annoyed, And my thing with Londi is, bitch, why you annoyed because another bitch ain't speak? Fuck her. You know what I'm saying? But Londi gives me the impression, too, that it's been other things going on with Storm, with her and Storm relationship. So yeah, Londi be ready to get this bitch all the way together. And I be right with Londi. Like, Londi is another real ass bitch. Her and Aunt Liz, I hang with these bitches any day. Mother came and was like trying to come in, and Denace was like, no, go ahead, don't worry about it. But yeah, shut that ass down. And then when he left out, and then Porsha's like, oh yeah, he making his grand accent. Yeah, bitch, because he got your little cousin together like you should have got her ass together. Porsha is the one who should have said something to this bitch. She's something like, you know what? Because on top of that, when he started talking to everybody, no, you can't say that, you can't say that, and took the mic from him. You know what I'm saying? But then when she got all this shit to say, then y'all want to let her, this bitch keep running off at the goddamn mouth. And so she got exactly what she needed to get. Okay? She got it because this bitch was sitting there. She wouldn't even got it from her mother like that. The next thing you know, like I said, she telling Denace, yeah, that's his grand accent. That's his grand accent, trying to get his attention. So then right after that, she's sitting there, the little girl sitting there looking all dumb. Oh yeah, bitch, now you not saying nothing because the grown man is fucking mad. You know what I'm saying? You press his button that motherfucking much that he that mad, he's a bad. Men are bads. Don't poke bears, bitch. And then you won't be sitting there looking stupid. So she's sitting there looking stupid. Next thing you know, she's like, oh yeah, I don't gotta take this shit. And gets up, and the elders, everybody looking at her like, oh my God. Like, even Porsha was like, and then Porsha, you could tell, because I be looking at everything. Porsha was looking directly over to her mother, Darlene, and Darlene wasn't saying shit. Okay, Darlene was sitting right there. You did not hear this bitch. Matter of fact, you didn't hear nobody pop their lips to tell this bitch she need to calm down. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is actually sitting there letting this bitch go and not saying nothing. So then when Denace try to defend himself or get really, really mad, tell this bitch fuck you, then everybody want to look at him like you fucked up, whatever. So they get in the hotel. Denace walks in like, yeah, come on, get on up out of here. You know what I'm saying? In the room because, y'all, Londi got that ass together too, Lauren, the other Lauren. She was like, look, how you like the room? Yeah, how do you like the room? You like this room? She was like, well, you're not going to enjoy it because you need to leave. You're getting out. This is Denace's room now, okay? Lauren had Denace in there with her and Londi like he's some bitch, you know what I'm saying, in a suite. And she already told him, no, I'm having company, so I can't stay here with y'all. Lauren ain't want to hear the shit. So she was like, look, no, he's a grown man and he need to have his room. He need his own space. And so Lauren like, yeah, don't be pointing your little finger at me. Shit, Denace looked at her. He said, you ain't had your such under control. She was like, well, no, I ain't had my brother-in-law under control. Bitch, who the fuck you think you gonna have a nigga under control? Is this really what you think? Why you ain't say that about that piece of shit that you was just dating? That you was crying about on the last episode. You ain't have him together because he was controlling your ass. See, that's just the thing. Everybody wants to control somebody and nobody needs to be controlled. We're all grown. You need to be controlled when you were young. You don't need to be controlled in a relationship. That's just it. You know what I'm saying? So you was getting controlled in your last relationship, Lauren, and you think you're going to turn around and control a grown man who even older than him? Like, that's crazy. On top of that, he ain't even your man. Okay? But anyway, she like, yeah, well, 6 a.m. for some type of session. He was like, well, I won't be there. Like, you could tell Denace was still fucking salty. And you can't even blame him. Like, the shit went all the way left, and it was everybody's fault because nobody told this bitch to pipe down, you know. So now I'm out here in these streets looking crazy because I said some shit that, you know, I probably shouldn't have said, but goddamn, I'm human. You know what I'm saying? So he said, you know what? He said in his confession, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say, because I didn't want to be that guy who messed up the trip. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here for PJ co-parenting, y'all. So I'm going to stay. Kudos to you, Denace. And yeah, I'm liking Denace more and more each episode. And I'm starting not to like Porsha. Lonnie's like, yeah, it was a shit show tonight. And Lawrence is like, yeah, all because of Denace. Bitch, all because of Denace. And so Lonnie was told the bitch, she was like, no, it wasn't all because of Denace, okay? It was all because of Storm, you know? And he should have told her to shut the fuck up, you know? And then Lawrence was like, oh yeah, no grown man is supposed to be telling a young girl, oh, now this bitch a young woman when she acting like a whole damn elder. Like, she got a right to say whatever the fuck she went out her mouth. No, bitch, you got dealt with, and that's just the fucking, you got collected, honey, okay? So Lonnie was like, no, well, okay, well, maybe he shouldn't have told her that, you know, which I don't fucking agree with, and Lonnie just said that shit because she on camera, bitch, whatever. Just like Funky Dineva said, don't be saying shit out your goddamn mouth and be mad how you get it back. Don't tell a motherfucker how mad to get. You cannot do that once you cross the line. You cannot do that, and that's not fair. Fair is fair. And then a man supposed to always stay in his place. Okay, y'all keep believing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Keep believing that shit, and you'll get dealt with the same motherfucking way, or worse. So Lonnie was like, I should have told her shut the fuck up. That's what I should have told her. And next thing you know, Lauren looking over like, yeah, bitch, because somebody needed to tell her, and they didn't, so he had to. He couldn't even get this bitch to shut up. Lauren is in her confessional saying, you know, Denace needs to choose his words wisely, okay? Because you're not supposed to be talking to family like that, you know, and he wouldn't want anybody talking to PJ like that. Really, bitch? Go ahead. Because that's two different issues. We ain't even talk about none of that shit. Then on top of that, don't try to soften somebody by talking about their kid. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit is not even the same. Like, it has nothing to do with nothing. Denace would never talk to his child like that. And nobody's never going to talk to PJ like that if he can't help it. So what are you saying? Like, Lauren was really doing the most on here. Because on top of that, Gina and Denace is outside, and they trying to tell her, you know what I'm saying? You should have told Storm when Denace was talking, look, you've had your turn. Now it's his turn to talk. Let him have the floor. You know what I'm saying? Then Lauren is like, and it just blew me, okay? Because I know exactly what I did if this bitch would have said that to me. Okay, but in certain situations, we just have to be the bigger person. I said, you know what? Right then and there, I would have walked the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Like, exit stage left, bitch, because at this point, you are determined to be right with this whole issue. You're not even listening to me. We're not even communicating right now. You're not hearing my side and what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like this type of shit. When people continue, when they know they're wrong and they don't want, not even admit it, but just try to give the person something back. You can't even do that. So you know what? I would have walked the fuck off and realized that this is not the type of person that you can try to communicate with. There's no type of compromise in getting them to understand anything that you're talking about, okay? Because they are set on the fact that they're right about this issue and they don't want any more type of thoughts in their head that could mess that up, okay? So they just want to continue to think how they're thinking, and they really shouldn't even be standing and having a conversation with you. They really shouldn't, because there's nothing that Denace or his mom can say right now. Like, the shit is over, it's done. Ignorance is just bliss. It is, it's bliss. You're not going to be able to get through to this bitch, Lauren, and just keep on doing y'all and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I hear you, Gina and Denace, but this bitch is kind of dumb. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to common sense, and she not getting it. Aunt Liz says in her confessional that this bitch Storm don't have no respect for her elders, okay? And yeah, no respect for elders or a man. Let's put it that way, neither one. So yeah, this bitch is doomed, okay? If somebody don't grab hold of her and get her together, you know, in a good way and try to tell this bitch something, you know, she is doomed, you know, and Porsha is not being a good mentor. What is she, like, somebody to look up to as far as her cousin? And she's just not doing a good job. Because Porsha acting like a goddamn airhead. And I understand what Aunt Liz saying. Yeah, she thinks that Porsha is her elder. That's who she respects. That's the only person you respect, and she won't even use it wisely. Like, and you see this bitch. Porsha goes out to talk to Storm. She runs after this bitch to talk to her, and it's just like, okay, that's annoying because the whole conversation ain't had nothing to do with just what went on. Like, that was stupid. Like, she telling her basically, you know, yeah, I didn't want it to be like this. You know, I wanted us to be able to come here, work on co-parenting, and I didn't want my family to get abused in the meantime, you know. So maybe it's indirectly telling her that she was abusing Simon. I mean, Denace, I mean, maybe, I don't know, but I just feel like she should have said something directly to this bitch. Like, you did too much and you should have calmed down. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to do all that you did, and yeah, I will talk to Denace. You know, she could have said that, but she didn't, and I just feel like Porsha dropped the ball on that. Porsha and Denace get back to the room, okay? And Porsha's just like, whoo, you know, I didn't expect any of that, and Denace is just like, I did, and she like, what? She is shocked. You know, she like, well, what? Why didn't you warn me? Warn you for what? He was like, this is your plan, and you wanted this. You know what I'm saying? Which furthermore proves, like, this whole shit is stupid. Like, this whole thing that we've got going on as far as the exes and the new man getting together, coming together on a family trip and thinking we're going to co-parent is stupid. Like, it's not a normal life. It's not normal living. So it should be more like the daily routine. Okay, who going to pick her up? What she do? She was in school. She messed up. Or she forced somebody. She did it. Okay, well, you know what? What should we do as far as disciplining? You know what I'm saying? Like, coming up with things like that. Her diet, you know, what is she eating? She not supposed to eat that. Okay, we feed her this over here. Like, but what in the hell can this child or y'all get out of this situation? The fact that y'all get along, because really, it probably is going to be confusing to her. I don't know, that's just me. Y'all leave it in the comments. I just don't see where, you know, this type of environment, as far as like creating new memories and having fun and, you know, getting to know everybody. Like, I just don't feel like it's co-parenting. Maybe they should call it something else. Like, maybe they should just call it, you know what I'm saying, like a 3-part marriage. Why don't they just call it that? Because that's what it seems like Porsha wants. It seems like she still wants Denace to be included. You know what I'm saying? My husband mentioned that, and that's almost how it feels. Like, this bitch still wants Denace around. You know, keep saying, okay, we're going to have a blended family. Bitch, blended families, this ain't no blended family. This is causing chaos and confusion. You know what I mean? And Simon went on saying how, you know, it needs to be a blended family because, you know, especially in the black community. And she was actually smiling, like, really hard, because I really think that Porsha just wanted to be all three of them. You know, where she can see Denace as much as she wants. Of course, he won't live there, but she can see him as much as she wants. She can continue to include him, but are you going to continue to say that you can't be around his significant other? Like, which one is it? Because you can't have both. Sooner or later, this bitch is going to come, and you're going to have, and maybe, hopefully, y'all, it'll be the next episode that we get to see this bitch and see Porsha's face, because you need to come back to reality. You know what I'm saying? You have both of these men on a string, so somebody's supposed to watch you, but you can't watch them. You know, go on with their life. Okay, girl. Now, since Simon said that, you know, it was her plan, that this is what you wanted, you know, she said she basically don't know what to do. And right, because it's nothing to do. Like, this shit shouldn't even be going on. Anyway, y'all, Simon tells Porsha that she's going to ask Denace to breakfast, okay? And her face gets tight. I was like, okay, girl, what is that about? Okay, she's talking about, yeah, that'll be a good small gesture, you know, a very small gesture. I'm like, damn. So what, you don't want him to talk to him? What do you not want Simon to talk to Denace? What are you scared that Denace going to tell him, yeah, she's still in love with me? It's going to be something said, because, and Simon is not stupid, you know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, it don't take a breakfast to sit down and talk to him man to man to know that you're still in love with him. So she's afraid of that. I think she's afraid of them coming together and them having that actual conversation. Or maybe Denace slipping up and saying something, you know what I'm saying, that she don't want Simon to know. But yeah, I just think that was high, because even Simon was looking at her like, what's the problem? Now, the producers must have picked up on that, because they even asked her. They was like, you know what? Do you think that they should talk to have a co-parenting relationship? Do you think it's good for them to have communication? You know, talk one-on-one. She was like, oh, she think it's great. Yeah, no, bitch. The face that you gave, that's not what you was given. You know what I'm saying? You was nervous, you was scared, and you didn't know what could possibly go on if they talk. Like, you didn't look comfortable. So that's why they asked that. Then on top of that, I thought y'all was supposed to be co-parent. Don't you gotta talk to a motherfucker to co-parent? Okay, so that's why I know all this shit is some bullshit, because you don't even want him to have a one-on-one conversation with this man. Simon says he has a small request, okay? This bitch face gets all tight, like she start looking like she just tired, acting like she tired, you know, smiling, but fake smiling, something, oh, you know, I'm just tired, you know, my thighs are hurting, bitch. She's assuming that he's about to ask her to fuck. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, okay, yeah. He looked like sex was in his eyes. You know that look. You know what I'm saying? Like he was about to ask her. I thought he was about to ask her that too. But my thing is, damn, bitch, it's real early. I ain't even married yet. And you already making up like little reasons and excuses why you don't want to do it before? Like, damn, okay, girl. Like, I don't know if he's the real mate for you, because it's kind of too early in the game to be doing this type of shit. Anyway, he like, yeah, I just want you to give him his shit back. You know, pack all his shit and give it back. You know, and she like, okay, I can do that. Oh, now you don't got a problem because Simon told you to. But everybody around you and God is telling you to get this man his Versace robe and you won't do it. So now that Simon said, oh, now you're going to do it because you just got dealt with. So the producer asked her, you know, is it your robe or is it Simon's robe? You know what I'm saying? And she like, well, it's my robe. I confiscated it. You know what I'm saying? And he don't deserve it anyway. So now you want some payback. That shit is petty to me. That's just petty. You want payback, get back, and you need to stop. You know what I'm saying? Because on top of that, you showing your whole hand. Like, how come you can't even, like, fake that? You can't even fake and say, you know what, let me get this man his robe back. No, because you don't want him to be happy. So, obviously, you're not happy either without him because you're trying to make him miserable. See, because if you was happy, you wouldn't give a fuck. You feel me? Like, you wouldn't give a damn, okay, about what this nigga doing and what he got in yours. You would be like, you know what, there you go, okay? I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want nothing. She said she still wear his robe. Yes, she does around the house. She said, I still wear his robe when I want to feel fabulous. And I'm like, damn, that's so disrespectful to Simon. Because if that was you and Simon was wearing another bitch robe all around the house, girl, okay, honey, we would have so much to say about that. But you sitting up there wearing his robe around. So do Simon know this? You know what I'm saying? Do he do? And then on top of that, how does that sit with your spirit, with your soul? That you're engaged to another man, but you have comfort and love in this robe that you're wearing, that you have on your back. You know, probably with your pussy hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Probably butt naked wearing the goddamn robe. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I don't know what she doing with this robe. She wiping her pussy. She doing something with the robe. But I told y'all she was using that robe. I told y'all that the last episode on my last review. I told y'all she was having that robe for herself, doing something with it, which she's wearing it. Because where it was sitting on the back of that chair when she do her makeup, I told y'all she is using that robe and it looked like it was getting used. You know, if that robe wasn't getting used, it would be tossed to the side or it would be in his closet or hung up at least in hers out of respect. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the type of bitch that Porsha is, and I'm just getting real sick and tired of her shenanigans. Like, this shit is petty and you starting to look like a little ass girl to me. So this part really shocked me and I was just like, damn, okay, Simon, I see you. Like, damn, that's who you is, y'all. People show their true colors, and I did not know that Simon had this in. He said, you know what, Porsha? You need to tell Jana, Mama Jana, Denace's mom, you know, you need to tell her to step aside and stay the fuck out of your business so you and Denace can have a co-parenting relationship. I was like, ooh. Did you just tell somebody to tell somebody, another person older than them, to stay the fuck out of their relationship? First of all, you could have said that more smoother than that. It's a more delicate way to say that, but obviously you was pissed off about that. I don't even know. I understand where he was coming from. Like, a mother should not, and he even told Denace that, like, your mother's involved too much and she needs to step aside, and I totally agree. You know what I'm saying? Like, my problematic mother-in-laws, they are problematic mother-in-laws. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is crazy how somebody can be in their son's relationship and interfering with everything and causing a mess, you know, so maybe she was. But to tell her in that way, like, it just seemed like you had a lot of anger with you, and yeah, it just wasn't warranted for, you know, the conversation that was going on at the time. Even Porsha was just looking like she looked kind of like, I'm not going to do that to her. You know, I would never come at her like that. I don't know. That's just the way it looks to me. Like, Porsha was just like, okay, that's a bit far. That's pushing it too far. But bitch, you probably sat up having pillow talk, talking about the bitch like you don't fuck with her that hard. And he probably thinking, you know, that it's okay to talk to her like this, you know. So Denace and Simon sit down for breakfast, you know, and Denace just starts the conversation off saying, you know, I am here for, you know, Porsha and you and PJ to co-parent. That's my main focus. And basically all this other outside stuff that people got to say, like, we don't need it. And Simon agrees and everything, but like I said, you know, he told Denace, you know, your mother's a little bit too involved, so she needs to be encouraged that, you know, let some of that go, what she got going on as far as Porsha, how she feel about Porsha, because you could tell, you know, they had their rock relationship. She was like, you know, Porsha needs to be there for your daughter, you know, so she needs to be in the best headspace for her, and she don't need to be dealing with, you know, with everything that your mother is bringing her when she's trying to raise your daughter in a healthy way. So I thought that was good to say, you know, it was good advice, you know, and he really did a fine job of telling Denace, you know, about his mother. And I thought that he should have done that with Porsha because he has a way with words. Like Denace said, you could tell he real calculated and he's smart. So yeah, I just thought that aggressive nature when it came to Porsha and telling her what she needed to tell her mother-in-law was kind of aggressive, and you know, it wasn't needed. Denace tells Simon if he could have the road back, he would appreciate it. You know, what could he try to do to try to get it back? And Simon was like, you know what, I'll go ahead and try to, you know, help you get it back if I find it, if I see it. But I'm telling y'all right now, Simon looks really bothered. You know, Annie looked bothered when he asked him. Denace said, you know what, can you tell Porsha? Like, he tiptoeing around her, like he knows she's going to be upset that he's wanting to date somebody. He told Simon, he said, you know what, can you tell Porsha that I'm going to bring a date because she doesn't want me to bring a date here? I'm like, oh my God. Like, and Simon just looked like embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just saying right there that she loves that man and is still bothered. And you know what? It's fine. We can keep saying she loves him, she's still bothered and everything. But at the end of the day, Porsha is being disrespectful. She needs to at least try to fix her face. Like, she definitely needs a poker face at this point. And she needs to try to respect her fiance, if not herself. To appear as if she has some type of strength within her to show everybody that she's about Simon and she's not still clawing for Denace. Like, Porsha, I thought you had more class, but obviously, girl, this shit is getting messy. And it's typical woman shit, like weak woman shit. You know, oh, y'all not together no more. You know what I'm saying? You hurt, so you want whole items because you thinking it's going to hurt him. Bitch, he ain't hurting us half as high. You hurt, he not hurting as much as you're hurting inside from infidelity and not being able to marry the man that you thought that you love and chose and was going to marry. Like, he's not hurting as half as much as you are about a road. That's not the same. So you're not hurting him in the way that you want him to be hurt. So it's stupid at the end of the day. So anyway, y'all, Simon tells her, you know what? Yeah, I'll let her know. You know, and obviously he didn't because, yeah. Lauren tells Lonnie that Denace is bringing a date, you know, and that's just it. And Lauren's like, oh, dumb, like trying to fix her face like she's not trying to look surprised when she's not, you know what I'm saying? But you know he a grown man and it ain't happening. Like, he gonna do what the fuck he wanna do, you know? You not gonna block his dick. Like, that's crazy. So, and so Lauren shook it off. She was like, you know what? It just is what it is, and we need to tell her, you know? And Lonnie's like, oh my God, this is going to cause more problems. Like, I don't feel like this is going to, you know? And then on top of that, Porsha's going to sharpen her knives when she finds out. And I'm just like, oh God, you know what? Let the games begin. Okay? Let the games begin because, honey, we're trying to make a blended family, right? That's what we're doing. We're getting a blended family. Everybody's going to co-parent. So when you say blended family, that means his significant other too. Okay? So that doesn't just mean Porsha's side. It means Denace's side too. Okay? So let the games begin, you know, and let's do everything that we need to do to make this family blended because that's what we're doing, okay? There are no more games, and yeah, this is what it is. So everybody is now about to go to this like sinkhole place where, you know, they're going to leave some past stuff behind, okay? And they're going to tell, you know, what they want to release and sit at some type of like, it's called a cenote, and sit there and just release a lot of stuff. You know, and everybody has their things they want to release. I'm not going to talk about everybody's stuff that they want to release because some of it is stupid and this is getting kind of long. But, yeah, I want to touch on Denace, okay? Denace was basically saying that, you know, he's going to focus on the important things in life. You know, things like his daughter, okay? And he's going to take control of himself, and he's going to be intentional in just making sure that he has self-love and that he's loving on himself and his daughter. You know, everything else he's not going to worry about because basically it's out of his control. Porsha mentions Jana. You know, she has a bit of a problem with Jana because she's mad at Jana, and she says in her confession letter, she said, you know, I really don't care for Jana like that because when me and Denace broke up, you know, she wasn't as basically, she wanted her to be mad as she was, you know, and mothers are just not going to do that. You know, she wanted to be mad with her against her son, and that's not going to happen, you know. So Porsha, you know, I can't even believe she doesn't know that by now, you know, that family members are going to stick with family members when it comes to an outsider. You know, especially a mother and a son. But yeah, in general, family members, they're going to have the other person's back, their family member's back. You know, and that's just how it is. So, yeah, Porsha is very ignorant and immature to me in that way, to think that this woman would be mad as her. You know what I'm saying? She did say she wanted to be mad as her when they broke up, and you just a bitch. You know what I'm saying? She has to make sure her son is okay, and she don't have time to be riding with you on shit, because that's going to be like going against what her son is feeling and thinking and saying. So, like, that's why I said, like, Porsha's starting to really blow me. And yeah, she's very self-centered, and you can see that. So Aunt Liz, obviously she's been goosing Lauren, you know what I'm saying, and the son, because I be doing the same shit. That's why I told y'all, Liz, that's a real ass bitch. I be goosing everything around me, you know what I'm saying? I still be kiki and laughing with everybody, girl. Yeah, honey, I got 4 motherfucking eyes. Actually, I got 2, 4, 6, 8. I got 8, because I be looking all over the place, y'all. Y'all, 4 sets, you feel me? Yeah, but she saw everything. She was like, you know what, Lauren, why don't you say, you know, the things that you want to let out into the atmosphere and get rid of? Because your toes was digging up under your feet when Porsha was talking. I said, damn. Okay, honey, she sure did. She told this bitch that. I said, damn, go ahead, Miss Liz. She see everything, honey. So she saw that shit, and Lauren, she looked kind of uncomfortable. She kind of looked like she got red, but she was just going on with the flow, and she went on and said, she said, you know what? There is a bit of resentment when it comes to Porsha. She said, because I used to work for her. And she said, you know what, I felt unappreciated, you know, and that's just my opinion. She got to say that's her opinion because Porsha still don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And Porsha study saying her confession, yeah, she was going through a lot at the time. Ultimately, she was going through a lot in her life at the time. You know what I'm saying? So basically, she was saying, bitch, that's not what it was. It wasn't me. You know, so Porsha is very self-centered, and yeah, she's unhappy within her life. And yeah, Porsha, she unhappy within her life at the time, but that still doesn't negate the fact that she don't have a fucking problem with you, bitch. Like, I saw that last season. Lauren was upset. Yeah, her life was topsy-turvy. You know, she didn't have a job. She wanted to leave Porsha alone. You know, the boyfriend thing. You know, her daughter fought. Like, she was going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it just so happened, bitch, one of the issues was Porsha. But Porsha doesn't want to admit it. And if somebody is telling you that you are problematic in their life and you're not saying it, and they're telling you out their mouth like Porsha, it's not right. You know, and Lauren be trying with her, but I wouldn't even blame her. You know, Lauren went on and got her own little thing, like she has the yoga little thing, and she got the fuck away from Porsha. And Porsha was just sitting up there like, she ain't even say nothing behind it. She was just like, girls, that was me and my sister was telling me some shit. Like, I'd be like, you know what, I'm so sorry. You know, I would have been apologized if she said it. That's the way I meant. My sister has told me, bitch, you made me feel like this. You said this. I did not know that. Like, sometimes you can say stuff to people and you don't know the way that they take it. And my sister took it a certain way. And I was so glad that she told me, because I never meant it like that. And I told her, I said, bitch, why would you think I don't even come at you in that way? So why would you think that I meant that? You know what I'm saying? This bitch, Porsha, her sister's telling you that you're doing this certain thing there, and you said, no, your life already fucked up. You already got problems. You already said you unhappy in your life. No, it's not me. It's not me. That's basically what Porsha is doing. You gotta listen to people. And Portia's not a good listener. She's not a good a lot of stuff, now that I'm saying it. So they at the dinner, okay? Night 2 at the rooftop dinner, okay, y'all? Jana is asked by Dawn, okay? Dawn, her assistant, asked Jana, where your son at? You know, she's like, oh yeah, he's gone on a date. He's gone out. He had guests. you know, and he like, what? And Lauren, the assistant's like, what? Oh my God, where is she? What, are they coming? And she's like, no, they're not coming. You know, it's her birthday, so he took her out for her birthday. Okay, I'm like, I know that's the fuck right, Denace. Okay, I was pressed too. I was pressed right because Gina was pressed to say that shit. Y'all is not gonna sit here. Last time y'all beating up on my son. Okay, now here it is, Porsha telling my son he can't bring somebody, but he's supposed to sit here, and I know his heart hurt, and he's supposed to sit here and watch her. No, he's not gonna do that for you, honey. There's no longer, okay? You ain't running shit, girl, okay? And you ain't in control of nothing, girl. He gone. Okay, he got his own little piece, his own little work. Yeah, Porsha said he got a piece. Okay, yeah, he do got a piece. And you about to see a girl in the next episode, girl. So, right when she's telling Dom this, you know, here comes Lauren telling Porsha. She's like, oh, yeah, I need to talk to you for a minute. And Porsha's like, oh, I'm getting silent. She all nervous. Bitch, you know what it is. You already know what it is because Gina just told Donna you heard the shit, bitch. So, she like, look. Lauren is all like, you know, dramatic. Something. Okay, I know I told you that Denace probably would try and bring somebody, and I was going to try. She thought she was going to try to stop the shit. She was like, but it has happened. It has happened. Okay, god damn, bitch, what has happened? You feel me? Did somebody jump off the cliff? You know what I'm saying? Did somebody get in a car accident? Like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Denace has somebody here. Breaking into this bitch like this, what is she gonna do? What are y'all scared she's gonna do? Her little feelings gonna be hurt. That's all. She might cut somebody out. She's gonna get the fuck cut back the fuck out. That's just it. So why is everybody so afraid, tiptoeing around this bitch? She's someone's done. Porsha look dumb as fuck. Someone's done. Oh, well, that's fine. I mean, I really don't know what to say. Like, I really don't know what to say, right? And then Porsha's like, you know what? Gina is toxic. We ain't even talking about Gina right now. What are you mad? You mad. And it's just like Lauren said, but you tried to change the subject and blame it on Gina because you're trying to make like you're not her. You don't even want to deal with it. That's what you're trying to do. It ain't even about Gina. How did you pull that? You know, I asked my husband, why did she just do? She pulled some bullshit out the sky so she didn't have to deal with the fuck was in front of her, y'all. I said, oh, okay, girl, you was real weak. Like, this bitch is totally weak. She gonna tell Lauren, yeah, okay, yeah, let's just go in. Come on, we gonna, no, it's fine. I ain't gonna do nothing. It's fine. Bitch, you ain't gonna do nothing. Cause there ain't nothing gonna go on cause they ain't even coming. Okay, you have to say that shit for next week, y'all. I cannot even wait until next week. Because this shit is getting ready to be really good. Like, cause I thought I saw Porsha telling him and his slut or something like that to get the fuck out. They was in some type of restaurant or something like that, girl. Y'all, they did a lot on this one. Yeah, in the beginning and like it was a lot of them. Like, this review was really long, but yeah, y'all. That is all for now. You know, that is my review for Porsha's Family Matters, okay? So, y'all, until the next time, I will see you, ladies and gents. Don't forget, I will be reviewing Love and Hip Hop Reunion. That is next, okay? I got to do my notes for that. And then I will be reviewing that sometime this week, okay? So, that'll be out, too, okay? And then, again, Our Kind of People is not out until January 11th. So, I will see you, ladies and gents, later. Bye.